welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Vowz. It's your girl, LaFlower B, and I'm rocking solos just for a little bit. My co-host will be here. He is back in town. I'm super excited, about tonight's show. We're gonna rock it out. We're gonna have some fun. So you have officially tuned in to Beyond the Vowz. Again, my name is LaFlower Bowie, guys. One half of the phenomenal podcast show Beyond the Vowz. And of course, on Beyond the Vowz, we focus on ways to help you grow as a couple in all areas that we like to focus on, such as faith, family, fitness, and finance, right? So guys, if you are watching, definitely, because it's going to be a phenomenal show. Tonight's topic is love after cheating. Can a relationship bounce back from cheating? So grab your handy dandy friend if you're already on it. I love it. Go ahead and share the podcast. Share the podcast, guys. If you are tuning in from YouTube, if you're tuning in from Facebook, share, guys. I'm about to do the same thing right now. And also let us know where you're tuning in from. If you are tuning in, what city are you tuning in from? We would love to know. Of course, you guys know that we represent the H, Houston, Texas, all day, every day. So if you are watching from the H, let us know. If you're in Texas or whatever state you're tuning in from, definitely let us know, guys. So definitely like and share. Just give me 1 second. I am almost there so that I can do the same. Let's see. And if you want your comments to be viewed, watch from YouTube, okay? Because I'm going to share the YouTube to my Facebook. But I know the comments share, you don't have to give the platform permission to share when you look at it from YouTube, okay? So I am just about done sharing, so that we can get into the show as we talk about tonight, love after cheating. Can a relationship survive cheating, guys? All right, I just did that. We are good. We are Gucci. So let's rock it out. So if you guys missed the past few episodes of Beyond the Vowz, definitely go back to either Flower TV on YouTube or Stunner Radio and watch the previous episodes, because Marcus and I really broke down how our relationship started. A lot of people did know that it started off with both of us being married when we first met, how we there was infidelity. There was, so many different things. I was a mistress at some point. He was a mister at some point, I guess. But we talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and all of that stuff. So if you didn't catch those two previous episodes, definitely go back and watch them. Go back and check them out. Hey, Regine. Yeah, love after cheating. Can a relationship survive infidelity? Now, one of the reasons that we picked this topic tonight is because we know, just like how we began, we know that there's so many couples that deal with infidelity, right? And especially when it comes to those of us in the United States, right? Especially us women, I realize that we view relationships with men very different than women in other cultures. For example, I have locks, so I'm always in the salon. I'm a loctician now. And so I hear a lot of the beauty salon talk and stuff like that. And I deal with a lot of women who are not American women, right? And so a lot of the non-American women, they for them, infidelity or their spouse having extramarital activities, it's common. It's common, right? It's common. One lady, she said that as long as his cheating doesn't mess up my household, I'm good. Like, as long as his cheating doesn't mess up the financial stability of our household, I'm cool. Ladies, let me know what y'all think about that. If you guys would be okay with your man cheating as long as your lifestyle doesn't change. Would you be okay if cheating if your lifestyle didn't change, right? So as I was in the salon, again, a lot of women were saying that, American women, we are a little bit spoiled when it comes to our men because we want them all to ourselves. What y'all think about that? Do you guys think us American women are a little bit selfish when it comes to our relationships? Do we are we selfish for not being okay with sharing our spouse with another woman? Right? And then guys, I totally tripped out because there was one lady who she said, hell, why don't he just bring her to come to the house with us? If he want her so bad, she could just, I'm like, so you would be okay with a whole polyamorous relationship just so you can know who she is, know what she looks like. And she was like, well, shoot, I can get some help in the house if he just bring her home. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? So you will be okay with infidelity as long as the financial state of your household is still the same, right? Your husband takes no money out of the house, or you don't miss any money out of the house. Let me just take a sip on that because I'm still speechless from hearing this, y'all. Hold on. Really? Lisa said she's gonna give a hell no to all the answers tonight. Oh, guys, tonight we are. I just made a little cocktail for tonight. Nothing major, something light, nothing heavy, but it is quite scrumptious. So, yeah, I was speechless. So I had no clue that a lot of I have just some citrus infused Ciroc with some raspberry simply lemonade, and then a splash of simple syrup and a splash of a fresh squeezed lemon juice. So nothing light, something heavy, just something different for tonight. But yeah, guys, I didn't know that American women, we were viewed really, Lisa? I didn't know that we American women were viewed as selfish when it came to our relationships, that the idea of wanting your spouse not to cheat was that big. Wow. Like wanting to have someone that is truly yours and not to share them, that's viewed as selfish, right? So y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about this. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about this, because I was truly surprised. I was truly surprised when these ladies were talking about this. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And especially when the lady said, well, just move her in, I might as well get some help with the dishes and everything else if you're going to be entertaining another woman, right? But let's hop over into our topic for tonight, which is love after cheating. So I'm going to do a little story time for you guys. And this was pre-Marcus, right? Pre-Marcus, pre my husband now. So in my first marriage, there was a lot of infidelity. There was a lot of infidelity. I did my best to be, a good wife, to stick it out, to, be forgiving and things. And I can honestly say I was able to still love that person, but my trust for that person slowly or continue to just chip away and disappear, because there were so many instances of infidelity, right? So I still love that person. Did I trust that person? No, not fully. Was I still in love with that person? I can honestly say that I tried to stay in love with that person, tried to forgive them for their faults. I even kind of took ownership of the infidelity, which is cheating and infidelity one-on-one. You can't fully accept responsibility for someone's infidelity, right? You just can't do that. You just can't do that. And so I would say, yeah, I definitely tried. I definitely tried to, and I think me taking ownership of that infidelity, really was signs of, again, my unworthiness. And you guys will hear me talk about this all the time when it comes to being unworthy and things that you will allow to happen in a relationship when you are not loving yourself, when you don't see or recognize your own value, when you put yourself on the discount aisle or the clearance section just for the sake of a relationship with a person who doesn't value you. So I realized I had put myself on the clearance rack. I had discounted myself, all for the sake of not being alone, all for the sake of believing all the nonsense. Oh, I won't do it again. Oh, I promise. You were pregnant, so I cheated. How many of you guys women have gone through or experienced infidelity while you were pregnant or right after you gave birth? That's a major one, because so many relationships are super tested. It's like you are preparing to add this additional person into your relationship, to your family, right? You are about to experience the beautifulness of the beautifulness, exactly, Lisa, the beautifulness of adding a beautiful baby that God has blessed you with. But guys, I tell you, there's so many instances of cheating and infidelity when it comes to either while you were pregnant, right after you gave birth to the baby, right? Or within that first year of your body still adjusting to being a mom, your body adjusting to going back, pre-baby, post-baby. It's just so many things, right? And so for me, I started discounting myself because my body didn't look the same after being pregnant. My emotions weren't the same after being pregnant, right? After giving birth, it's a whole nother thing. But I'm curious to know, why is it that so many guys decide to cheat either while their woman is pregnant, right after they give birth, right? Or within the first couple of years of adding that additional, that beautiful bundle of joy into your relationship. Somebody let me know. I know this is a little off topic, when it comes to, the infidelity, when it comes to, around your girl being pregnant or her giving birth. Now, I know, I know we get a little crazy when we pregnant. I know, believe me, I've been pregnant quite a few times. I know I'm a little touched. And I know you have to wait that X amount of time after you give birth to be intimate with your spouse. I know, I get it. Right? But all that attention, all that energy should be going towards, welcoming this new addition into your family, right? Right? And I know, guys, I know you feel like you can't get close to your wife, you can't get close to your girl because the baby's always there. The baby's sleeping in your bed, she tired because she's been up at night, all of those things. But I'm just curious. Why is it that men don't have the same mentality that we do when it comes to giving birth and adding that additional bundle of joy into the family? And now I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna let Mr. Bowie come on in the room and help with some of these questions, because I think a lot of women want to hear from a male's perspective what goes through a man's mind when a new addition to the family is added, right? Because I think this almost trickles back to those sexpectations, those couple episodes. And if you guys missed the sexpectations, be sure to go back and check that out. Welcome to the party, Mr. Bowie.
What's going on, y'all? Glad to be in the house. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff's been going on lately. Been out of town working, doing some things. But I'm glad to be in the mix. How y'all feeling tonight? It's a good night.
It's good.
For a great love conversation.
Yes, Daddy.
So what are we talking about?
Ciao, Daddy. So tonight's topic is a love after cheating.
What are we drinking on?
We are drinking on a little bit of citrus infused vodka, Ciroc, with some raspberry lemonade, a splash of simple syrup, and a splash of fresh lemon juice. Splash. Okay. And then, of course, you got to have some crushed ice. You got to have some Sonic ice. You got to have a good ice, right? If you're going to make a cocktail.
Right. It's working. It's working.
You like it?
Yeah.
All right. So I was, our topic is love after cheating. But for some reason, I have gone down this path of, men cheating during the whole pregnancy, right after, while a baby is born. So can you give us some insight into, not saying that you've cheated during these times, but can you give us some insight as to what goes through a man's mind while his girl is pregnant and her body's changing, and the things that they're used to doing, they can't do?
So basically you kind of answered your own question there, but
they want to hear it out of your mouth.
Like I said, I can't speak for all men, because first of all, when you're having a baby with a particular woman, you should be vested into the relationship already. It takes two to make this child. So there's already should have been communication going on, as into we're in this together, that we're going to take care of this child together, right? From the jump.
Right.
So that's how a real man who's in love with his woman, his wife or his girlfriend, and they decide to have a baby, who's going to be there through the whole process of the body changes, the eating, what do you call it?
What, the cravings?
The cravings, the body changes, the cravings, the attitude, everything from beginning to end. He's going to be there, regardless. But I mean, you do have men that are, and let's just be honest, they're not mentally there. They're physically there, but not mentally there. They didn't check out. For many reasons, a man might check out. One is definitely, I would go with the physical. Of course, your body has changed.
This is post-baby, right? This is, pre-baby. This is while you're pregnant, while she's pregnant.
I'm going through the whole process.
Oh, okay.
So, what I'm saying, you might have met her. She was a size 6. You know what I'm saying? Cute in the face, slim in the waist, had all the curves, all the things that you like. And of course, you understand. It's not that men don't understand your body's going to. No, we understand your body is going to change. But like I always say, it's one thing to say it, but then there's one thing to actually go through it and see it. So you'd be like, yeah, I'm going to be there. In your mind, you like, as a man, you're like, man, I know she's going to gain weight. I know she's going to get that belly. I know that her body's going to change. We know this. It's already understood. But to actually see it,
so you saying to see
before
our
eyes, unfold before our eyes, it's totally different. So some men, they lose the attraction physically for their wives because of the additional weight, because of the belly, and because of the hormones, how everything's going on. Now, I know in certain situations, like especially when we're talking about being intimate, it depends on what trimester y'all are in, what's going on. Interplay is not happening as much. So there's that factor. Interplay is not happening that much. The physical, she's not the same cute in the face, slim in the waist anymore. She's carrying a little bit more weight. It's a lot of variables that go on there.
Okay, but mentally, a woman is preparing to.
Men are visual.
Well, he should have visualized.
I told you, it's one thing to think it, but to actually see it are two different things. You can prepare for something, take a test, and study all you want to until you get that test in front of you. You like, oh Lord, am I prepared for this?
Okay, but knowing the emotional roller coaster that a woman is on, as she's preparing to give birth, why do so many men run away from her instead of holding her hand and helping her through that? Because it's a freaking emotional roller coaster.
A lot of men don't know how. First of all, men are not emotional creatures. We haven't been taught to be emotional. General speaking, there are some men that can tap into that emotions and be sensitive, empathetic, and sympathetic to a woman. But there's a lot of men that don't know what that feels like. They can't put themselves in your body and understand what you're going through. They don't know what's going on in your mind. And frankly, most men don't know what a woman, whether she's pregnant or not, know what she's goddamn thinking.
Oh, really, Marcus?
No, we don't.
Yikes. Okay, so
let her know she's hormonal, she's hungry, she's pregnant, she's irritated, her feet hurt. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff is going on, and you want us to understand what you're feeling like mentally, and it's kind of like,
okay, let's fast forward.
Okay.
So we've had the baby. The baby is here. Okay. This is another section. So where men drop the ball and they
Did you take a poll or something from the ladies?
No, this is just ladies, we know this happens, right? How many women know that your relationship is pushed to the extreme? Like it's like almost breaking when you go through the process of birthing a child. Now let's talk about right after the baby. We all know that infamous 6 weeks period, right? That 6 weeks period. Why do so many men fall victim to the 6 weeks?
What do you mean?
Not being able to be intimate for 6 weeks. Why do so many men fall into the infidelity trap when it's 6 weeks? So you're telling me you can't wait 6 weeks?
It's simple. It's 6 weeks.
Yes.
You answered it.
But you knew the 6 weeks was coming.
But but you got to look at the history of what's going on. I just told you that interplay is not happening a lot during the pregnancy. So we already know we're going to be deprived of that, and it's not going to happen as much during 9 months. Then you're going to add 6 weeks of actually no interplay at all, so the body can heal. So men during this whole course are struggling with this. I told you we're visual. We're sexual beings. That's what men are. I'm just gonna be honest with you. That's how we're wired. That's how we build. We're visual. We see we like what we see, and we respond to what we see. So if we're not attracted to what we see, there's no response in the body. But if we like what we see, are we going?
But you guys aren't like overwhelmed with joy and full of warmness and butterflies, knowing that you have this beautiful bundle of joy.
What does that have to do with you? That is the baby. The baby, that's our seed. We're absolutely, without a doubt, happy we have our seed. What does that have to do with you? Other than, yes, you birthed the baby. That's something that you have
because
to go
now the baby's
you're
here,
talking about
so
after
both
the
of us
fact.
should go to caring for that baby. It should be 6 weeks.
So you're saying that
caring.
the man is not caring for the child?
The man, I don't think you guys are.
Are you saying don't speak generally now?
I don't think that a lot of men are very understanding of, for one, postpartum depression is real.
Yes, it is.
Your body healing is real.
Okay.
And then your heart extending to love a whole nother being is real. So we have to go through so much. Okay.
So let me ask you this. Do you not understand what the man is going through while you're going through all that? Did you not understand what I went through dealing with what you went through? Men are going through the same thing that you're going through.
How is that possible? Y'all didn't
You're physically, hold on. You're physically going through it. But we're seeing the result of. So when you're in pain, we're going to hear you in pain and you're going to be like, help me with my pain. I'm hungry. I'm having my cravings. I need you to help me with my cravings.
We're talking about the 6 weeks.
I'm leading up to that. So I'm just saying, we have gone through a lot of stuff during the pregnancy for 9 months with you. So after the fact, it's time, hey, what about me?
Are you kidding me? That's how y'all thinking?
What about
It's about this little helpless.
We do,
baby.
and that's another thing. After the child's here, we know the child is going to take a majority of your time.
Do y'all really know?
Oh yes, you are, especially you. You are with your baby 24/7, like all the time.
Whenever I could be with my baby.
Y'all are breastfeeding the baby. Y'all are changing the baby. You're bathing the baby. The baby is sleeping with you. The baby is near you. You're holding the baby. You're feeding the baby. It's the baby.
We taking naps together.
So
yes.
when is the husband or the baby daddy or the boyfriend in the mix?
Y'all could be right there with us.
No, without the baby. The spell check is.
But again, you should be right there with us.
I didn't say we weren't. I'm telling you what men are thinking. We already know that it's not like a competition thing, but we know your attention is going to be with the baby. That's just a mother's instinct. That is how y'all are wired.
So let's get back to the question. You're going
to take care of your baby.
Let's get back to the question.
That is why we cheat. Because you're going to be over there with the baby 24/7 and we're an afterthought. That's how we feel. We feel like we're an afterthought.
Men, y'all let us know in the comments. Do you guys, when you have a new baby, do you feel like an afterthought?
Hell,
really?
I mean, I'm just telling you.
So you telling me you felt like an afterthought?
No, because I'm there with her, but I'm saying that's how.
No, but I'm talking about real talk. Deep down inside, have you ever
because I was
like
there
playing like you play second fiddle to the newborn?
I don't know, because I take my baby.
Oh my goodness!
But I'm just saying, men talk.
So what are men saying about this?
I told you. I just said it.
No, men, about the second fiddle. So do men really think that they play second fiddle to a newborn that first 6 weeks after they're born? Because they have to wait 6 weeks
when
to be
you come
intimate
home,
with their
first of all,
woman.
You're dealing with healing. Your body's you're healing.
Yes.
Right? After pushing a whole person out, then they stitched everything up, right? Your body is trying to get snapped back together. Then you got this baby that you just enter into the world, has to get acclimated to everything, that you're going to have to get acclimated to the baby. So y'all are going to be together, especially if you're breastfeeding the baby. That is time for you to
bond
with your baby. That has nothing to do with us. So it's like we're going to stand back and we're going to be like, okay, when can I get some time? You know what I'm saying?
So that's why men go run and entertain other women and cheat.
No,
because she's at home
because
caring for your brand new child.
I'm just telling you what men do. Men are visual. We're very simple. I'm just saying men are simple, right? Mm-hmm. Y'all say y'all some simple mother, right? So we're not complicated creatures. I'm just saying
we have to be more attentive so you guys don't feel that way.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. It's like we do, and we understand that is our seed. That's our child, you know. But it's like, you know, at some point you're like, well, dang, when is it gonna be my turn?
So this is why so many men cheat, because they're selfish.
Aren't we all at some point? Men and women are selfish at some point.
I'm talking about the 6 weeks after the baby's born, Marcus.
No comment. I'm just gonna say it is what it is. It is what it is. Call it what you want to, being selfish, being inconsiderate. He's a mother. But I'm just telling you how men think. You know, it is what it is.
Okay. So let's jump into the topic of the show.
What's the topic of the show?
Which is, can a relationship survive infidelity?
Hell yeah. We live in proof.
We ain't ever had infidelity on each other, though.
No. I'm saying, but are you saying, you saying if the husband and wife, they cheat, can they?
Right. So before you came in, I was telling him about my first marriage.
For sure.
And how I tried to survive cheating and infidelity, but I think I did it to a point where I disserviced myself.
Okay.
Because I stayed up until the point I kept forgiving him, and he kept pushing the envelope. He kept cheating more. Up until the point where he had a whole child.
Ooh. But that's when you have to ask yourself, ladies, gentlemen, is the juice worth the squeeze? I use that all the time. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Are you going to get out what you putting in?
So do you think that people are too quick to throw away their relationships? Now, I said this earlier.
But you got to be willing to work through it.
Right.
You gotta be willing. And it's the problem with people, they don't want to let stuff go. They're gonna hold on to that pain, they're gonna hold on to that hurt for a long time. And I'll be honest, you can't fault them for that. I understand it's a painful, it hurts. It sucks to know that your spouse, your significant other, stepped out on you when you have been faithful, and then now you have to take that person back and play nice and move forward. And I understand that's hard, but for if you generally want to move forward with your relationship, even if this other person did cheat, then you're going to have to let go of the past. You're going to have to move forward. And the only way you can move forward is stop looking in the rearview mirror. You're going to have to build what you have now and work forward. So yes, it's going to be a process. And that's what I think people are afraid of. They're afraid of that process. I always use that, trust the process. Trust the process, it'll work out. That's only if both parties are willing to work together for the common good of the relationship. Now, you can't, like you're going through, he can't be, or she.
Good, don't keep throwing it up in their face.
Exactly. Don't bring it up. And you got to let stuff go. Don't forget, though. I'm not going to tell you not to forget. Nobody's going to forget what you did. But over time, they can. But they're not going to just like, oh no, I'm just going to totally delete the fact that you slept with my best friend. I'll totally delete the fact that
you crossed the best friends on.
So I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to delete it, but I am, like I said, if I really genuinely want this relationship, I got to do everything I got to do to make it work.
I got you. Now, earlier, babe, I also mentioned, and I think I shared this with you, being in the salon and stuff, I, interact with a lot of, women from other cultures and barbershop. Women in other cultures. And a lot of women in other cultures think that American women are, we're a little bit selfish and spoiled to a degree because to even have the thought that our man won't step out on us. Some of them think that as long as their household, their children's well-being, their well-being is not impacted, then who gives, a rat's butt if their man cheats, because that's what men do. So do you think that women in America live in a fairy tale, or they want to live in this fairy tale?
Let me just say, I know there are other cultures, and I'm not going to even say other cultures. It happens here in the U.S., in American culture, where if you have, and they love to use this word, a high value man, a man of high status, which basically means he got money, he got that paper, he got that guap, and he's able to afford you the type of lifestyle that you want, meaning the neighborhood, the house, the cars, the clothes, the money, the allowance, the food, the trips, the experiences that you want and always wanted. You should be okay with that. And as long as he does what he has to do for you and for your children, you should keep your mouth closed. You shouldn't rock the boat. That is something, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's a cultural thing in other cultures, but it's also it's a thing that's going on here in the United States. It's been like that. Because we know there's certain circles where of higher influence, they do that. The man might entertain other women. The wife may know about it, but she keeps her mouth closed because she doesn't want to mess up her benefits.
So do you think that we, as that women live in this fairy tale land thinking that there will never be any infidelity in their relationship?
No, because you have to know your self-worth. You got to know what you want. Those women in those relationships, even with those men that are VPs, CEOs, or those $1 million men, can say, I don't care how much money you have. Yeah. I'm not going to stick around for this. I want you and only you. I want to be the only one. So you have every right. You have free will to walk in and out of any relationship you want to. But if you're going to choose that lifestyle and be with that man that you know has tendencies, then you're going to get the results you get.
Or I would add on, be in a relationship with a man who you know has more options.
Yeah, more money equals options.
More options. Because if a man is exposed to more women, or if more women are flocking to him, then the probability of there being some type of infidelity is there. Just like if we were talking about the pregnancy, the 6 weeks and stuff like that. What if your man has to travel, for extended periods of time, or he's constantly away from home? Does that increase the possibility of infidelity?
For sure. That opens the door for it.
Absolutely.
And he might walk through that. He might go in dancing.
Really, Marcus? Really? Well, guys, I know we are late taking our first break, but we're about to go to break. We'll be right back. Tonight, we're talking about, can a relationship survive infidelity? Can you survive cheating? Can your relationship withstand cheating in the relationship? So, guys, we'll be right back, and stay tuned because you are watching Beyond the Vowz with Marcus and LaFlower.
Life is better when you are living on purpose, but many times we get stuck in the rat race and in the mundane task of our day-to-day lives, causing most to lose sight of their purpose. That's why certified life coach, inner healer, and business strategist LaFlower Bowie is here to help you get calibrated to your calling through proven systems, techniques, and resources. Order a copy of her book, Principles to Reposition, to assist you with your journey, or schedule a free clarity session to kickstart the journey. After these sessions, clients have stated they found clarity and opened their eyes to things they had long forgotten. So get social and follow LaFlower on all social media platforms at LaFlower Bowie. And don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Vowz, guys. Tonight we were talking about, can a relationship survive infidelity? And so we've been talking about how other cultures view infidelity, or one man being with one woman. We talked about a little bit of, should more people consider polygamy? And, we'll dig deeper into that in another episode, because someone near and dear to us has thought about polygamy. Not us, but someone near and dear to us has considered being a polygamist, right? And so we were just talking about high value men, and how sometimes, ladies, that is a high possibility when you're dealing with a man of a higher stature, because of his pockets being so deep, and he has more options.
For sure.
So, babe, what's one tip that you would give someone to, because I know in your you've been in relationships where you tried to recover from infidelity. So what's one tip that you would give someone, other than both of you guys saying that you legit want the relationship?
So you're saying I'm the one that got cheated on, the cheater?
I think it's been both, right?
No, I'm not.
I'm just saying the relationship in general. What's the tip that those people could do to help that relationship survive infidelity?
Communication. You really have to get how you're feeling out. Don't hold it in. Don't think it's going to go away. Don't think it's going to work itself out, because it's not. You're going to have to talk this out together. How you're feeling, what you're going through, how the other person's making you feel, and let them know. Because you'll be surprised what the other person's feeling also, or what they think about the situation, or what the issue that you're having with. Just be open and candid. I think people are not open in general, especially just in their regular relationships, let alone there's been infidelity. They're going to keep some secrets. They're not going to divulge everything. And I think you should. So communicating, expressing how you feel, even though you might hurt the other person, but hey, once pain is already entered into the relationship, I think it's on the table. It's like, I have to express how I feel, and what I'm going through right now. And I need you to be understanding, because like I said, the person that's probably did the cheating is ready to go. They wanted to go 100 miles per hour. Let's go ahead and get back on the track. Let's get everything back on the road. Let's do this thing. Baby, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm moving on. He's ready, or she's ready. Let's do this. And the other one is like, yeah, we need to talk.
Right.
So I think both parties have to be understanding, have to be patient. This is a process. This ain't gonna be no overnight forgiveness. And fellas, if you think that your woman is going to forgive you overnight for some dirt that you did,
right,
you in for a rude awakening. You might as well just buckle up and get ready for the long haul, because it's gonna be a process. You know what I'm saying? So
right. I think you hit the nail on the head with that one, because I wouldn't even think in cheating is it's really just about when someone does something that disappoints you so much. When you ask for their forgiveness, a lot of that person in relationship wants that situation to be forgotten about.
Yep.
Like, you don't want them to mention that. You don't want them to bring up their feelings. But we also have to realize that there are triggers that may happen in that relationship, right? There are triggers that may happen that will remind you of some things, right? He may not even know that you see how he's looking at other women unless you tell him. Or like, hey, you looking back, or you looking at her a little bit too long. It's not that you're insecure. It's just, hey, this right here is a trigger for me. Whether it was a trigger from something that he did or a trigger that someone else did that I'm still healing from, it's a trigger.
Oh yeah, let me ask you this, ladies. All you ladies on here on the chat that's watching live, even for my wife. If your man messed up on you, if he cheated, do you expect him, as part of the healing process, do you think he needs to break the bank? Like, he needs to be taking you on some trips, wine and dining you, buying you this, basically making up, and you know what I'm saying, to the 10th power. Like, he's got some making up to do. Is that something that the ladies want? Is that show that he's making effort by, you know what I'm saying, hey, let me take you here, let's go on this trip, let me buy you this, or he surprised you with some flowers, or he's buying you some candy, he bought you a new ring, you know what I'm saying, he bought you that Gucci purse that you've been wanting. Oh, you said you wanted to go to Cabo? Let's go to Cabo.
That's true, Alan.
So
communication is key.
Ladies, how y'all feel about that? What's that healing process for y'all? Is it that he says that he's sorry and that, you know, he's verbal about it, I love you, I'm there for you, but do you want, instead of the words, you want to see the actions?
I'll take that one. For me, I want you to do some extraordinary-ish, right? I want you to show that you are legit fighting for this relationship, that you're willing to do some stuff for this relationship. You being ordinary, or you just doing the same stuff that you've been doing, no, bruh, that's not gonna be enough. If you already buying me stuff, maybe I need you to do some more heartfelt stuff, because you already been breaking the bank, right? But if you really want this relationship, I need to see that. And yeah, I want you to keep doing it until forever. I need you not to do it for 2 days and be like, okay, well, she should be good, or take me on one trip. I'll let you can only take so much. Exactly, G. You know, I want, for any dude that any situation like that, I think you have to do some extraordinary-ish in order to show that you really want that person. Because, you know, when you are intimate with somebody else, you create a soul tie with that person. It's a whole spiritual, physical, natural, supernatural. It's a whole bucket of stuff that now both of you guys have to deal with. So that's how I feel.
So, okay. That's what's up.
Right? And then if you do cheat, you got to be prepared for the emotional roller coaster that the other person's going to go on. They're going to have some good days, and they may have some bad days. They may have some days where they love the heck out of you, and there may be some days where they hate your butt. And they don't want to look at you. They don't want to speak to you. They don't want to hear your voice. Then it's other days where they're going to want to see you on your knees groveling to save this relationship.
So if I'm making an effort, she's making an effort, doing all those extra things, at what point do you be like, you know, it's not worth it? Because you're still dealing with the pain. You're still holding on. I've showed you, I've taken those extra steps. I've been doing this. And let's say this is like some years down the line, and it's like the relationship hasn't snapped back. You're still holding on to the past. I've done everything I can. I've given you the password to my phone, my passcode. You know all my emails. You know my messages. You know where I'm at. God damn, I send you my pin drop. You know where I'm at. You can check the GPS. I done bought you this. We done gone here. We done spend time. I done got you. We renewed our vows. But it's like,
good,
it's not the same. At what point does the person be like,
at what point do you throw in
you
the towel?
holding me? Yeah, you holding me captive to what I did. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're the cheater, but you're trying your best. At what point do you be like, I can't take this no more?
In your mind, you need to be like, this hurt can last a lifetime.
It all depends on the person where they want to go. Is the juice worth the squeeze?
Right. So this hurt can last a lifetime. So that's what you got to go into. Like, if you really want to be with this person, you got to know that your entire rest of the life expectancy of this relationship, she may say something may trigger her. She may have some insecurities, or he may have some insecurities in some area. If you're not willing to, if you want to erase this infidelity, it's not going to happen. If you want to just buy it away, love it away, all of that stuff, it may be sometimes where you really want to be intimate with your spouse. And if there's been infidelity, mentally, they may not be able to do it. And because they're thinking about you being with the other person.
And I think at that point, the relationship needs to end. It's damaged. It's done. Because it's like, no matter what I do and what I say, you're still going to revert back. And it's like, I don't think that's a healthy relationship. So in that aspect, the cheating, the relationship can't last. Both parties have to be willing to forgive. That is not forgiving. You haven't forgave that person. If you're still holding on to pain, you're not willing to grow and understand that this person is also growing in the process. Because a lot of people don't see the growth. They still see that old person. They see that demon. There's a demon over there.
Really?
But they don't see the growth. They don't see the communication and everything. So I think in that aspect, if I'm sitting here, if I cheated and I done everything I had to do to reconcile, to say I'm sorry.
So like Alan said, you've done some extraordinary
and I'm like,
stuff.
This is 5 years later. Like, I done stuck through this BS with you. Yeah, I know I was wrong, but I'm like, I did a 180 on this. And you still holding on to some other, then it's time for me to roll. This can't last. This ain't gonna last. Because I gotta be happy too, just like you. And I know for a fact you ain't happy, I'm not happy. So we both need to be happy somewhere else.
I do think at some point the relationship may have to, you guys may have to go your separate ways if you have tried everything. If you've tried counseling, if you've tried everything and the hurt is just too much. Because what I find
and
is
not
that
counseling from your Uncle Junebug.
No, legit counseling. What I found is that it's super sad because we get into some of these relationships and we really share our hearts. We share our hearts. We talk about what our ex did. We got cheated on, had a baby on me, all of this stuff. But that like, why is it that person that we poured our heart to, they know what we've gone through, but somehow that person still cheats on us? How does that happen? How does that happen? When they know everything we've gone through. So I think when that person cheats on you, because you've opened up your heart enough to trust that person, even though you said you weren't going to trust nobody else, but you've opened up yourself enough to trust that person, and they know everything you done been through, everybody who done you wrong, and they still do it to you. I think that's one of those situations where I don't know if the relationship can survive it.
I will say there are, and some people might disagree, there are variables to when cheating is, in my book, forgivable and not forgivable. Like you just said, if I'm coming to a relationship already being cheated on, I had a bad relationship, and you know this, then you kind of prey on that, and you do the same thing, then nah, I'm done. Because you already know what I went through.
Right.
But I'm not saying there's accidental cheating. But there are situations where things happen. People are put in positions. They can obviously say no. But it's kind of those positions. They got It was a moment of weakness.
Mm.
That's the relationship. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying there's no, you know what I'm saying, but there's levels to this stuff.
Okay. That's true. That's a Lifetime movie, or that's on the ID channel.
Crime of Passion. But I'm just saying, like, if you know what my past has been through, like, I've had bad relationship. I just got out of a relationship where my spouse, my girl, just cheated on me, or my husband just cheated on me, and you do the same. You like, oh no, I'll never do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm in this for the long. I love you, or boy, I love you, and all this stuff, and you playing that role. Meanwhile, you over here entertaining. You already know that's a touchy spot for this person. You have now severed any trust this person had with it. Ain't even with you,
right?
It's with the opposite sex, period. So now they're scorned, they're hurt, and they have moved to hate. So there's levels to this stuff, and how damaged this person was before they got with you, and then you gonna do them wrong. So I'm not saying any cheating is okay, but I'm just saying, there's situations where either y'all on break and stuff is not clear on if we're able to talk to other people or entertain other people, or we just had an argument, or we had a fight. And I'm not justifying anything, but there are situations that I feel it's hard to come back from. Like, no, especially if you did best friends, brothers, sisters, anybody in the family, somebody that I knew, or you knew my past and you preyed on that.
Right.
Those are kind of unforgivable things, and we might have to part ways.
Just go on, let it go, let it go. All right, y'all. Let's pivot really quick. I know we got I used to say that none of it is okay. Mistakes happen. Truly love someone. Both parties do the work. That's right.
Mistakes happen, though. That's what I'm saying. Mistakes happen. You might end up tripping, fall on something.
No, really ain't tripping.
Fall on something. Oh.
You're trash. All right, y'all. We're gonna jump into our ace metaphor. Y'all tag ace metaphor. Exactly, Lisa. Ace SMH. We jumping into our let's talk tonight. The card came by ace metaphor. Boop, 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 boop. And so a question that I have.
Let's go with the easy one.
For Marcus.
Let's go with the easy one.
Marcus,
you want to get all these.
When was the exact moment you fell in love with me?
Lord,
what was the exact?
Did not say moment? Something. Ain't nothing easy. Like, what's your favorite color?
No, ain't no favorite color, bro. What was the exact moment you fell in love with me? 1, 2, 3, go.
All right. Let me recall.
Oh Lord,
man, you going back in time. The exact moment I fell in love with you. It was during probably one of them times back in the day when we was working at AT&T. I said AT&T then. Going through all that stuff. And we just had that mental connection. It's like when I say, when you go from physical to mental, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? Well, when I say you haven't even got to the physical, I have intertwined and connected with the mental stimulation. It's like that's a trigger. And I was like, this young lady right here, she mentally stimulated me, and kind of like who is that? Come to America. She stimulated my mind as well as my loins. So
it says the exact moment, Marcus.
I don't know the exact moment. I can't tell you. Men don't operate in moments like that.
That's why I love these ace metaphor. Let's talk tonight, because it takes your relationship there. It asks your man.
Okay, I'll tell you the exact moment, and it will be that time when we went to the day. It was the day. Don't
mention.
No. See, there you go. No. Don't what you talking about? When we played pool.
Okay, don't mention the house though.
I'm not gonna mention the house. I'm saying when we played pool and we went to Taco Cabana.
Oh, okay. We skipped work together.
Okay, can you not tell everybody? I just slipped up and told where it was at, and then you tell them what we did. Okay,
for me, I think it was about that same. It was about that same time, that same day, because again, you stimulate the mind.
As well as my loins. I'm sorry.
He over here quoting Coming to America, y'all. But yeah, I knew I was in. I loved you.
Oh, you was in love, bro. You was like, whoo.
Anywho, all right. Next question, guys. When I'm gone for too long, what do you miss most about me? And this should be very recent, so you've been out of town for the past week or so. What do you miss most about me? I'll go first to give you a chance to think.
Damn. Go ahead. Just go ahead.
I miss the cuddles. Marcus knows I'm a big cuddler. I'm a big touchy-feely kind of girl, even though I'm pretty gangster on the exterior. Inside, I'm pretty mushy when it comes to this fella.
She ain't gangster, bro.
I'm so gangster. I'm such a thug.
Did you hear how she said, I'm so gangster? I'm a thug. Nobody says that.
I'm such a thug. But yes, I miss my husband's cuddles and just, yeah, my hugs and stuff. So what do you miss most?
I just miss her. She has these oh my God, her conversations, her quirks, her little jokes that she says she thinks she's like the funniest woman alive. Like she said she needs to go on tour. She needs a special on Netflix.
You said that. You said I need a special on Netflix.
I said no. You said you need a special. I said, first of all, hold on. Are we that funny? And she's like, yes,
I am. Funny. I so this is what I miss. Up.
This is what I miss. The confidence, the corniness. That's what I miss.
I'm not. You gonna call me corny in front of the whole world, Craig?
And then I miss being with my wife physically. You know, she's the best thing since sliced bread, in my opinion.
Oh, thanks, Daddy. And yeah, I'll call
you Daddy, them corny juice.
Whatever. All right. Last question. You read it. It's a fill in the blank, y'all. Y'all need to get these cards. Get these Ace Metaphor cards.
Which one is this? Is this relationship one?
This is Let's Talk Tonight. The relationship one. Not the debate. I mean, it's just Let's Talk Tonight.
All right. This one says fill in the blank. If we stay together for the remainder of our lives, which I hope we plan on doing, it would be because of...
For me, it was because it's like you're my person. I truly love you. Man, these cards make you get all mushy and stuff. They do take you.
I would be with my wife because she about to get paid. I don't have you, bro. I said long time ago in my 20s that I said I'm gonna give me a sugar mama. I was one of them dudes. I wasn't out there trying to find the cougars and stuff, but I was like, man. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm going to do good. I'm going to have money. I'm going to have me a good job. I'm going to do my thing. But I was like, man, it would be dope to have me a sugar mama where I could be like, babe, can you hook me up with the... And she like, I got you already. Whatever you want. Like, how much you need? I'm like, shoot.
Here I said it's because of love. And he said because...
That bank account. No, I'm just playing.
Oh, no, you serious. Alice said, I know mine. So got you. I love it. I love it. But yeah, y'all get these cards. They definitely cause you to have conversations that you wouldn't normally would.
For sure. But no, I think we would definitely be together because we're a good fit. God made, and y'all know when you with your spouse, it's like there's a connection that you can't even describe that you have. You can. And it's kind of like the old cliche, you can finish each other's thoughts, you know, what the other person's feeling, what they're going to respond to with this situation. I ain't even got to know she's there. I know what she's probably going to do and what she's going to say and how she's going to look. You know what I'm saying? And then I see it and I'm like, yep, it matches just like what I thought she was going to do. So it's just like we're made and designed for each other. God put us together for a reason. We fit.
Definitely.
We complete each other like the man. You complete me.
Go on, finish my heart, bro. Okay. So cheesy. I love it.
That's why we're going to be together forever. She can't get rid of me, baby. And I'm her best.
We are each other's best.
I'm her best
really?
Option for a good life. Me. And she knows.
We are each other's best option for a good life.
She got that lottery ticket on Valentine's Day.
I did. I got you.
That's right. Winning lotto ticket.
Yes. You my boo thing. But guys, we definitely thank you for tuning in tonight. We had some good conversation, baby. Right?
For sure. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Hit them likes, subscribe, be on the Vowz. Oh yeah, you know what? We're gonna be having some merch coming soon.
Very
we're gonna
soon.
have some shirts. We're gonna have some other stuff coming on. So stay tuned for that.
Yes,
we're gonna have to be dropping that pretty soon.
Absolutely. And then we will be having our first annual couples retreat in April of 2022. So look out for that. Registration will open soon. It's going to be thebomb.com. Couples you don't. What? Why you look at me like that? Nobody says that no more?
That was like 19.
No, what I'm supposed to say? It's going to be Liddy.
Liddy.
What do they say now? The retreat is going to be such a vibe. I'll say, there we go. That's a good one.
That's definitely millennial.
But guys, stay tuned. We got so much stuff coming up for you for this couples retreat. It's going to be amazing. We're going to be renewing vows. We are going to be taking photos. Man, it's going to be amazing. We're going to have a massage therapist there. Guys, a masseuse there. It's going to be amazing. So stay tuned. Registration will open in a few weeks. So I'm so very excited. But thank you guys for tuning in so much tonight. If your relationship has gone through some infidelity, we encourage you to try to stick it out. Do whatever you can to make that thing work. Go to counseling, seek wise counsel, surround yourselves with other couples who have been through some things, because you can make it through. You can make it through. If both of you guys are in it to win it, then you can make it through. It's going to be hard. You will have some choppy waters, but you can try to push through that thing. But we love you guys. We appreciate you watching and tuning in. And remember, never, ever settle.
Always take it to the next level. Until next time, peace.
Good night, guys.